Hello, I am Julia.
And I'm Letícia.
We are building students at Cefet MG. How are you today, Letícia?
I'm very happy and excited to talk about one of my favorite technical subjects. And you, Julia, how are you?
Letícia, I am more than happy and excited to be here.
Julia, what materials do you use most to make your drawings?
The materials I use most in architectural drawing classes mainly are mechanical pencils, which we use in 3 different sizes. They are 0.3 graphite, 0.5 graphite, and 0.7 graphite. We use a 0.3 graphite pencil mainly for drawing, as it is easier to erase and for representing dimensions lines and small details in the drawing. We use a 0.5 graphite pencil to make furniture and objects, dimensions numbers, and names of rooms. A 0.7 graphite pencil is used to represent the walls of the building. We also use a compass to mark the openings of doors.
A material that helps us a lot in drawing is the technical drawing board. It allows each person to adjust their height and with its ruler allows a line to be precise.
We also use A3 sheets and rulers.
Whoa, you forgot something very important, the set squares and the scale. I will talk a little about that. The scale is very important for us to fit and represent a drawing in their huge on a A3 sheet so that it looks harmonious. Set squares are also very important for making straight and inclined lines in the drawing, with the help of the parallel ruler that moves on the technical drawing table.
Letícia, there is something besides the materials that could be considered more important.
That's right, cleaning! Before each class, we clean the set square, rulers, and drawing table. We use alcohol and a cloth to clean them.
This cleaning and care when making two drawings are essential for the clarity of the lines and the interpretation of the plan.
The main objective of the subject architectural drawing is the representation of plants, which can be made. The main objective of the subject architectural drawing is the representation of plants, which can be made either on paper, on sheets of different size, or digital in AutoCAD.
AutoCAD is an application that students can obtain for free or for a fee. We use it to represent the plan made on paper digitally. In it, we can use commands to add blocks such as toilets, sinks, and others, and identify each line with a color, such as pink for walls, green for countertops and shower glass, yellow for the window sill and the door opening markings, red for dimensions and hatching in the kitchen, bathroom, and laundry room, which represent areas that can get wet, and blue to write the names of the rooms. Now that we have presented a little of this subject to you, I want to ask you, Letícia, what did you have the most difficulty with?
I had difficulty figuring out where would be the best place on the sheet to start the drawing, which mechanical pencil to use, and how to make the drawing as clean as possible. What about you, Julia?
I didn't have many difficulties because we had already learned some basics in the first year in technical drawing and PSC, but as you say, one of them was knowing which mechanical pencil to use for each representation and how to clean the drawing represented. I think these are some of the difficulties that many people have.
Yes, but do you know who helped me a lot?
Who?
Oh, the teacher! She always explains and gives examples of what we are going to do and goes from table to table to answer questions and help. Her name is Pia. We even find it fun because we usually call the place where we washes your hands, assim in Portuguese.
But Leticia, I could say that my grade for this subject in general is a 9. And you?
For me, I would give the subject an overgrade of 8 out of 10 because I like this subject, but I prefer others.
Well, friends, it may seem challenging, but don't be afraid and don't give up. In the end, it's worth, especially if this is the area you're going to work in.
For me, I would give the subject an overgrade of 8 out of 10 because I like this subject, but I prefer others.
See you next time!